sideline and from their point on the field, because this...
They go. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. C.J. Mosley, the former Raven, in there on the tackle. Here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a third down coming up. Right where this set of downs started. It's coming up now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. On first down, right back to Hall. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
No shortage of impressive moments for him thus far, and now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the half.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
On the counter, it's Hall. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Wilson. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Tavon Austin now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Things, unfortunately, continuing to implode here. The interception he threw on the previous drive, of course, led to the touchdown. And that deficit widening a little bit further. 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop it. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, and he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Right now, they're just trying to get to halftime because they need a break. This game, it's been a shellacking in every way, and they just got driven backwards for a safety.
On the return, Johnson. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start
Yeah, he's just shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first. Uzama, 28 yards. And the Jets are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Zerline connects on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
All right, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And his throw here's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this is caught on the sideline, and he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. On 1st down, Wilson. Again, he finds more. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore as the first half is winding down. And the Jets would extend their lead here just before halftime. Zerline good with a PAT. And the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, when not much time, we'll see how they play this. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, this is a half of not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Welcome Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd and 7, Wilson got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Touchdown! Elijah Moore. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Jets are pouring it on. Connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. this one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll roll him out right. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line. Now Jackson. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Give him 30 yards there. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Jackson. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Jackson. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a fourth down. Fourth and goal.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Hey, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1. The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's third and 1. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10.
I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss. They'll go again with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough third and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. On third down, here's Hall. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a first down.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens will get it. First and 10 from deep in their own territory. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hall again on 2nd down. And room there to work it inside the 25. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here for the winning team here, Charles. That's about as big and clean of a win. I just scraped it off the top, got it on the roll,